Rachel will be running this pod horizontal. For those of you wondering where she is, she's hiding underneath the curtain. Oh, you could just lean back like I am.
I could have done that, but I did not. I chose a hard route. I chose the path of least.
Lesson for the kids out there: choose the path of least resistance. All right, everyone, welcome back to a new episode of the Rooftop Pod. I'm your host, Jesse, and joining me is my sister. Joining me today is my brother. Sorry.
Hello.
Joining.
Run this back. Hello, I'm Jesse.
Hello. Welcome to this episode of the Rooftop Pod. I am your host. Whoa. These levels are... Wait, someone moved the knob. God.
You're a knob.
Andrew. Hello. All right, take 5. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the Rooftop Pod. I am your host, Jesse, and joining me today is my brother,
Andrew.
and my sister.
Rachel.
She's over here. And today we're going to answer more of your questions because there are a lot of them.
A lot of questions. I like good questions.
And yeah, they're really good. So thank you guys for sending these in. These people are just gassing us up. What is the secret to such a wholesome and driven family? Dang. I don't really know the answer to that question,
I'm
but
crying.
it feels like a compliment. So thank you for the compliment. Ooh. This is kind of in line with what we were talking about before in terms of career and stuff. I think Rachel wouldn't change her mind that much, but if you could do any job in the world and money didn't matter, what would you do?
A classic question.
All right, what's your answer then to this classic question?
I would start a bakery,
Oh,
florist, cafe
whoa.
that has humanitarian goals.
Wow.
And I don't manage anything. I just do the mundane tasks of either
Wait.
a baker, a florist, or a barista.
What? How do you tie in the humanitarian goals?
Who knows?
No.
And
To the
there's
bakery.
nothing bad about it.
All right,
Not
I
a
like
singular
that.
bad thing.
It's like a fundraiser, kind of. All profits go towards a good cause.
So true.
I think for me, I wouldn't change what I'm doing at all, because no, I think I would cut out some things I'm doing.
Ew. Error.
I actually don't know. I do still want to be a physician scientist. I would do the MD PhD thing.
Dang, you guys got lofty goals.
I
Keep on
don't
going.
think I would want to. It's hard to say right now because I don't have that much exposure to what a day-to-day life. I mean, do have a lot of exposure to what a day-to-day life of being a physician's life, but I haven't lived it out yet, so I don't really know, practically speaking, what it'd be like. I like the idea of becoming a physician because you get that human interaction, but it can become mundane, and I think a lot of people do it and continue to do it because of money. My true interest in medicine is in the science and be able to help people at scale, which is achieved through, science, research, academic investigation. And honestly, I would probably just do that if money didn't matter. I would maybe still want to see patients, but honestly, that life sounds kind of mundane and you don't have very much flexibility with your life because you're working for a hospital. So I think I would just be a scientist if money didn't matter. But who knows? That answer could change once I go back to med school for year 3, and I maybe will really enjoy what I'm doing in the hospital. Andrew,
Dang.
what would you do?
Dude, I'm really trying to think about this because I think the thing I like the most about my current career progression is that I can do a lot of different things outside of my 9 to 5. We talked about this a little bit in the last pod, and I can't imagine choosing any one career path as my sole focus, even if money didn't matter. I was thinking about this. Y'all have lofty ass goals. I was thinking dog sitter at a really nice family's home. That sounds amazing.
I said baker, florist, barista.
And a humanitarian. It tied all together.
Goals.
Yeah, but do I manage any of that?
Okay.
No.
It's still lofty in my mind. But I was just wow, yeah. But I was I think if I went 2 to 3 times a week, if I did that for 5 years straight, I'd want to do something different. Even this short stint in modeling, I only want to do it for a little bit. I can't imagine my life being dictated on how I look either. for
Also,
the rest
they're
of my
gonna
life. I don't
drop
like
you
that
once
either.
you get ugly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Once I get old and wrinkly. I can't imagine doing any one thing for a long time. So the answer is going to
Oh,
be
wow. I
selling
like the answer.
Noru.
Wait,
That's
what?
my answer. If money didn't matter, I'd continue to sell vegan protein powder.
Good answer,
Shameless
Andrew.
plug.
Very good answer, Andrew.
Thanks, man.
I like that answer. The prior to that whole spiel. I
Wait,
mean,
what?
oh, sorry. But
Excuse me?
I especially felt
Mm.
what you said prior to that
You know,
because
a lot of
I get
different things.
bored very easily, hence the ADHD side of me. And I think if money didn't matter, I would do a billion things.
Yep. I'd woodwork.
I would golf. I would learn how to snowboard.
I'd probably ski a little less. So
I would travel the world. I would pick up new skills. I would just do things. I would travel vlog. I just do a bunch of travel vlogging sounds lit.
Doesn't that just make you a travel influencer?
Yeah, that's true. But then I want to do other things to help humanity as well. So I'd also be a doctor and a scientist all at the same time. I'm trying to do that. It's really hard. And maybe I'm spreading myself thin. But that's what I tried to do if money didn't matter. And if I had all the time in the world. One from you.
All right, I got one. Whose approval in your family matters the most regarding your significant other?
Oh, wow.
Siblings, mom and dad, grandparents, everybody's in this loop.
Dang.
Whose approval do you vie for the most?
Oh, wow.
John.
John. If John likes
John's opinion matters.
my significant other, you know everything is said in life.
Dude, if John likes your significant other, there's a problem with your significant other.
Oh.
If a 13-year-old boy really vibes with your significant other, your significant other might be a 13-year-old boy
Whoa.
on the inside.
Whoa.
I want to say mom and dad, but truly, I don't think practically speaking that's possible.
Yeah.
Because if you see the prototypical girl that mom and dad would set me up with, I would never date that person. So
Never say never. But yeah, I agree.
very unlikely. I think I've diverged a lot from what mom and dad want for a person in my partner.
You guys,
Mm.
you know the other really out of pocket thing that mom said?
Wait, do you
Oh.
want to share the first out of pocket thing or no? We don't have to. Nah, just say the second thing.
After I showed her a picture of the person that I'm dating right now, like the day after we were in the car and my mom was like, you can't date someone that's like too attractive,
Oh my god, mom. Mom is a savage.
Unprompted out of nowhere, she said that.
Mom just be
I don't
throwing
know
hands
how
out of nowhere.
it came,
Dang,
like,
I hope
forget
your
where it
boyfriend
came
does not
from.
listen to this podcast.
Doesn't. But I was
Okay.
like, Mom, oh my god.
You know, it's a good thing that you're not dating someone super attractive.
No, she didn't say that. She
Oh.
didn't like say it directly.
Oh,
she was just
Mom.
like, as a general rule, you should just like not date anyone that's super attractive because that means that they're probably vain or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's 90% true, but
10% 's the golden
Given the context, I was like, oh
Dang.
my god.
Mom, you're such a savage.
Oh, it's such a savage.
Wait, what was the question again?
Who in your
Oh,
family?
yeah,
you
yeah,
vibe-
yeah.
So not
Yeah.
mom and dad.
So not mom and dad.
I don't think it leaves us.
Yeah,
Unless it's
and
you,
honestly, I think it would have to be Rachel.
Dang, I
because
was gonna say the same
Ooh.
thing. Okay.
Rachel's approval is hard to earn,
Mhm.
whereas
This is
Andrew, I
true.
feel like you could vibe with a lot of people.
Not like anybody. I can talk to the brick wall.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, Rachel's approval is hard to earn. So if Rachel likes you, you did something right. And
Mhm.
I think, I think if my future partner could get along with Rachel, man, you're killing it.
You
You're
did
doing
something
something
right.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Same with you, Andrew.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rachel.
Yeah.
I mean, I do want mom and dad's approval, obviously. But
Yeah.
I don't know. At the end of the day, mom
I
and
do
dad
want
have,
their approval,
have
yes. at the
two
end of the day.
tenets in a relationship.
Mm.
One, that they make us happy, and two, that they are Christian.
Yep.
We're shooting for 50%.
As long as we get 50%,
Good enough.
that's good. That's good enough. Rachel, who's... Oh, wait, what was the question again?
Oh my god, this kid has ADHD.
Who's
Who in the
approval?
family do you vie for the approval? the
Yeah,
most,
yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah,
and
yeah,
another
I don't
one?
know.
I just
Butchered
the
the-
exact wordings I
yeah.
didn't remember.
No one, as long as I like them.
Honestly, Rachel's like my approval.
No, real though.
For real. That's a good answer too. Chew on it.
Maybe dad's. I think he has a really good judge of character.
Okay.
Like I feel like dad knows me better than I know myself.
Oh
So I
wow.
feel
Wow.
like he'd be able to. Well, in some cases.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
I don't think Dad will ever approve of any girl I bring home. Just kidding.
Dang, wow.
I'm kidding.
So if anyone wants to date Jesse,
because- no.
speak to Papa Zahn first.
No, it's just the biggest thing for him is I honestly think is like bring home a godly woman.
Obviously, yes.
And oh man, that puts so much pressure on partner. But I'm not gonna talk about that.
And dive into it. We've worked around it in past
We have.
things.
Yeah. It's a lot of pressure on the partner at the end of the day.
That's crazy because like you had to deal with all the pressure. I didn't have to deal with that
That's
much pressure.
True. They never made
They really didn't.
your exes do anything.
Not really.
Well,
I
that's
think it's
also
the first one
because
something.
Dang, I forgot about
that's
that.
also because your ex,
Oh, you
Andrew's
weren't
ex,
in a-
didn't really try to integrate herself into our family
That's
either.
true. It was also
Again.
not as long as a relationship.
That's true. Yeah. Let's answer this really quickly. Do you guys know what your MBTIs? We get that all the time.
Yes, I am
NJ.
either INFJ or INFP.
Wait, are we the same? INFJ?
Wait.
Oh, really?
Let's see what
Yeah.
mine is.
I'm also
I guess so.
INFJ.
That's crazy.
You're INFJ.
Yeah.
I'm INFJ.
What
Oh, we're all
the?
same.
Wait, what are you?
I'm also INFJ.
We are all
Makes it easy.
advocates. Well, when I
That's
took
funny.
the 16 personalities test, I was like in the middle of everything. So I'm like not a true INFJ. I think I'm a true I, but everything else I'm like very like meh. Like I could flip depending on the day. And your MBTI changes throughout your life. And even like during the day, I think, is what people tell me. Do you guys do your podcast live? No.
No.
Dang, where was I? A lot of people asking about our relationship status. I'm not gonna answer that. Sorry.
Yeah, we're not actually answering all questions. Sorry to disappoint. Jesse made false promises.
A lot of our dating life questions.
I know.
Oh, this is a good one from
Dating life's
30s and
for me.
Floofer. I feel like 30s and Floofer always ask good questions. If there is a movie character you could play, which one would it be and why?
Hmm.
Wow.
This is a great question.
Wait. Oh, does that also mean you have to live in that world of said movie character? Or were we
No, I
just,
think it's like
are
you
we,
acting. Oh, no, wait. I like the
Yeah,
question.
I wanna
If you
be
could live in that world.
yes.
Yeah. I have an answer.
Say it because I need to think about this.
Okay,
There's so many.
mine would be Tony Stark, Well, in the world that he doesn't die, because I think the Iron Man technology.
Hello, Mom. Do you want to join the podcast?
You want to say hi to the mom?
Say hi. Okay.
Yeah, mine would be
Oh.
Tony Stark, because I think Iron Man's just the coolest thing ever. I want to be able to wear an Iron Man suit and then also fly, and then my best friend be an AI technology. That'd be so
Jarvis.
cool. Yes. Trying to think of a better
That's
answer,
funny.
but that's the one that immediately comes to my
That's
mind.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Rachel, you got an answer?
The thing that
There's
immediately
too many
came.
apocalyptic movies that's going to head. I do not want to live in any of those worlds.
The one that immediately came into my mind was Everything Everywhere All at Once, but like specifically the
wanna be
world with the hot dog hands.
Duh. You're gonna say the hot dog one.
That sounds terrible. Why would you want to live in that world?
'Cause it's funny.
Yeah, but think about the practicality of living in that world.
Yeah, but they use their toe. Just kidding.
Man, I've been watching too many sad apocalyptic shows and movies.
I mean, easy one is a superhero because it's like.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say Harry Potter, but I'm like, that's too easy. Like, magic is
Oh,
dope.
I would love to
But
live
the
in
Harry Potter world would be
That would be
sick.
Who would I play?
Like,
Who
post-war,
would you?
like,
who would
everything.
you
Cho
play?
Chang. This is not racially motivated.
Dude,
You
there's
would
not
actually
even an
choose
Asian
Cho
man for
Chang?
me to pick from.
No.
Is there an Asian man in
I don't
Harry
think
Potter?
so.
I don't think there's a. Oh my god.
I would want to play.
Not
Oh,
Dumbledore.
man.
Not
No,
Harry.
not Dumbledore.
Too much stress.
No, not Harry.
You know who seemed to have
Yeah,
a
this is way too
decent
much
life?
pressure.
Dean Lewis. He wasn't there that much, but I don't
Oh.
remember him going through that much hardship. Is that his name?
I don't know who Dean Lewis is.
He's the
You
tall
remember?
guy that used to date Ginny, I think.
Oh.
Right? Is that his name?
Dang, it's been a long time since I've read Harry Potter. Yeah, everyone in Harry Potter world has a really stressful life. I don't know if I would want to be anyone of those people.
Oh, it is Dean Lewis.
Nice, good job.
Yeah.
Alfred Enoch.
Yeah, he seemed to just be vibing.
Dang.
I don't remember much.
Ew, righty. Another question.
Oh, I was gonna say one of Harry's. I thought about it. No, I want it to be after all the like death and like war. So, Ron and Hermione's kid. I don't remember their name, but I think they'd have a pretty good life.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Nice.
Next question.
Very good.
Thanks.
This person asked. Oh, so nice. First they said, "Hope y'all have." Oh, how have y'all been doing lately? Hope you all are staying positive and happy. And then asked, "Just curious, since y'all come from a big family, how many kids would you want to have / plan to have?" Not 5 children.
3 kids. 2 or 3.
I think get them all out within like a 5-year span. So then all of them can be besties like us. And then you don't have to like go through, because like if you just go through all the terrible twos and like all the terrible years of raising a child all at once, then the rest of it I feel like is pretty smooth sailing.
Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I were to have kids, it'd also be like 2 or 3.
Nice. Yeah, all the families that I'm observing now with like a 2 or 3 kid family, their lives seem great.
We're almost
Very
like
manageable.
We're like a 3 family addendum 2 kids family.
No, we're a 5. I mean, yeah, kind of, because
Yeah.
we're
I think we're
separated.
just now becoming a 5 sibling family with like the Disneyland trip, to be
yeah,
honest.
it's true. I actually, when was the last time the 5 kids went on vacation? I guess every ski trip, so never mind. Not that rare. Invite John and Philip to the podcast. We're trying. We're attempting to do so. They're still a little camera shy, and if we bring them on the podcast, I don't know how entertaining that would be, but we'll try to
They would
squeeze
not.
as much out of them as possible.
Yeah, they would not contribute much.
Yeah. Kudos for all the pods you produced this year. A big virtual pat on the back for all of you. Thank you. A lot of people are asking about our New Year's goal.
I got a couple of those.
Yeah,
Got any?
I do.
I almost don't want to say them out loud to jinx them. I write a lot of goals for myself, but
Goal setting.
yes,
Good habit.
I do a lot of goal setting. And I think it is always beneficial to set goals because it
I
gives you
should
like
start
direction.
writing mine down.
Write them down.
Yeah, I do
think
have a
writing
log.
them down.
I have a few goals.
And honestly, write things that you don't think you're gonna get,
Okay, but yeah.
but within the realm
Oh
of
wow,
possibility.
I like that. Yes, I
Mhm.
do like that. I think I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna virtually write it down on the
Mhm.
podcast. One goal of mine is to start a new YouTube channel, which you guys will see
Keep them
in
accountable.
the future. Hopefully that takes off. And then my other goal is to start another company based on the work that I'm doing in my lab. I don't know if I'll necessarily get to the actually company formation part of this journey, but I'm really excited about some of the things that are turning out from my research and hope to be able to turn it into like something tangible.
Rachel, you got any big goals for 2024?
Not really. I feel like my
Into grad
life.
school.
Yeah, my life this year is gonna be pretty in flux.
Nice.
Any like relationship goals or
Hmm.
like with your friends or like travel goals or like
Fitness goals.
Fitness goals.
I would like to backpack a little bit more now that I
Nice,
have the
nice.
gear.
I like that.
Yeah. I don't know. Take the FE and hopefully pass it so I can be on my way to become a licensed
FE.
the fundamentals of engineering exam.
Oh, does every
dang.
engineer have to take that?
Most of them do.
Oh wow, I didn't know
Yeah.
there was an exam that existed like that.
Uh-huh. But I should take that and pass it so I can be on my way to become a licensed engineer.
Nice.
Very good.
Yeah. Otherwise, not many goals aside from play and have fun and maximize
That's a
this
good
last
goal.
semester that I have with my college friends.
Great. Yeah. Andrew, did you answer the question?
I said I wasn't gonna answer it,
Oh,
but
wow, okay.
we can say it out loud. But I want Noru to be
Oh, true.
self-sustaining instead of
Oh,
just
true. That's also one of my goals,
hours
too.
into this because we've been putting
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
man hours, and I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
like to put less man hours into it.
Please buy our protein.
You can't even buy it
It
right now
tastes
because
really
we're still
good.
working in
That's
flux.
true. You can't buy it right now.
But in 2024, we're ironing
Buy it
all
when
the
you are
logistics.
able to buy it.
Yes.
Okay.
That's about it. You got more?
I'm
good
going to ask one more
questions?
question
Okay,
and then
word,
we
word,
can
word.
switch to you. I like this question.
Ask it.
What are 3 non-essentials that you really love right now?
My Schmitzkys.
Ooh, that's a good one. Those do bring you hella joy.
They bring me so much joy.
Those do bring you
I
hella
love my
joy.
Schmitzkys.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say all at once. Any of you guys have
Okay.
any?
I feel like I've been like splurging a lot on things. Stay tuned for this video that's coming out. But I bought like plants for my desk, and honestly, they really enhance the vibe of my workspace. So plants in your workspace, oh man, they're just so great. Just seeing greenery around you while you work is really great. So plants would be one of my non-essentials that I enjoy a lot.
Rachel.
For me, it's anything that I can get off of Facebook Marketplace for a crazy deal.
Like a dog
I
on a
got
table.
like 5 ceramic pots that are really nice for $20.
What a steal.
That was crazy.
Nice.
And I like didn't separate them on my drive back, and they were clinking the entire time until I went
And
to
they
Kroger to fill up
break?
my glass
Oh.
or gas, and I like separated them, but it was kind of funny.
Did they break?
No,
Okay,
they're
that's
all
good.
fine.
I can go again.
Go again. I can't think of any more.
All right, my second pick will be Lululemon gear because I bought over the past couple months. I've bought I think 3 pairs of Lululemon pants and a Lululemon jacket, and they're just great because they look good, they feel amazing to wear, they're super functional, and the last 2 pairs of Lululemon pants I bought over 5 or 6, 7 years ago, I still wear like every single day. So the cost per wear that I get out of these pants, insane deal. It really, truly, you get what you pay for with Lululemon pants. So I don't know why I'm plugging Lululemon so hard, but
Oh no.
that's one thing that
Not
I've learned
sponsored.
to splurge on this year. And the 3 or 4 pairs of pants that I bought this year, I see myself wearing them for the next decade or so. So
Dang,
yeah.
you know something I
I love
splurged
these
on?
pants. Yeah.
Now that you mentioned the word splurge, on the
Mm.
way here, I would never do this, but it was a 6-hour flight from New York to LA. I paid a couple extra bucks for more leg room.
Oh,
I know.
wow.
Yeah. And it
That's
helped tremendously. I'm not going to
Money
lie.
moves.
I know. It was less than 100, so it was not a very big splurge.
Yeah,
but-
New York to LA is a flight that I
But it's
think
a
warrants it
6-hour
because it's so
flight, yeah.
long. Yeah, absolutely. All right.
And then my last one was lights.
Oh, lamps.
Lamps.
Yeah.
Candles specifically.
Oh yeah, if you want to hear more about that, you can go watch his video. It's on his TikTok.
Oh
I
my
bought
God.
one of the lamps. They do be good
They
vibes.
be lamping.
Lamps do be
But I
lamping.
went down a deep rabbit hole of candles, and there's one candle called Bodega Coffee from, I think it's called Littery. So good. It's like an artisanal coffee shop with some pastries baking in the background, and it's
Ooh.
not super intense, but it makes me very
Yummy.
happy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
I'm trying to think of another one. Rachel, do you have another non-essential that you really enjoy having or owning right now?
My Aquaphor.
Good one.
Okay.
Good.
My lips are so chapped.
Yeah. My last pick, I'm gonna go with the Owala water bottle. We've talked about
So
it a lot.
true.
It's a great water bottle. It has a sip
Watch
feature.
out. Watch out for the mold on the rubber
Yeah, take it
silicone
off.
Oh,
part.
is that why you bought all those replacements?
Yeah.
Dang, mine hasn't molded yet. But yeah, it's just so functional, and their colorways are really great. I've seen 5 people with the same water bottle as me, and it's really annoying. But hey, it's a good water bottle.
Just be
Cannot
more
knock it.
original.
Although I feel like a water bottle is kind of an essential, so I don't know if that makes it a great pick. A lot of mine are just room decor. I also got this poster of Pilgrims in Paradise album cover for Daniel Caesar that sits in my room, and I really like that.
I don't know. Past me would have never invested in like art or like ambiance setting decor
Yeah.
until now, and it really does change mood.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was on a Zoom call in my old place in Brooklyn, and it was facing 2 of my walls that were completely white, and one of my coworkers was like, "Oh, are you in like a hospital or something?" Dead serious. And I'm like, "No, it's
Dang.
just my room." And I was
Dang,
just
your
like,
coworker
"Wow."
for sure knew you weren't in the hospital taking a Zoom call.
Oh, no,
They
maybe
were
he
just
trying to throw hands
straight
at
up
me.
blaming you.
I was just like, cool, no doubt.
Dang.
But I mean, I will say, very sterile. And now that I've decorated my room a little bit, it changes the vibe completely. So
Nice.
invest in a little bit in art.
Yeah,
It does
invest
change
in your
the vibe.
workspace. It really
Yeah.
makes a difference.
And you can do a lot of things cheaply. A lot of DIY
Okay.
work. Oh, jeez.
All right.
Huh.
Do you have any other? Wait, we're going to you.
Yeah, I got a couple. How? That's a good one.
This is a funny one.
I got a lot of also relationship status
Yeah,
stuff.
let's do that after this one.
All right, word. We answered one half of this question, but do you want to answer the other half? We
Wait,
talked
wait,
about.
can I ask this one?
Okay, go for it.
Do you guys crumple or fold your toilet paper? Who the hell crumples their toilet paper?
What the?
To wipe your butt? Damn, that is terrible. Dude, you should be arrested if you crumple your toilet paper.
Unless it's like a
Wait,
one swipe then throw away, but even still,
Wait,
very
what?
because the
A one swipe, you only swipe your butt once.
exactly. I'm agreeing with you. Please fold, but I'm saying sanitarily, that's the only way to move forward in this discussion.
I agree.
But don't
Definitely
crumple.
fold.
Yeah, it's a fold, my guy or my girl.
My girl.
Dude, do not.
Or actually, I mean, you still need toilet paper. I had a bidet for a little bit.
Oh, I use
Yeah.
wet wipes. Wet
I
wipes
also
are
use
go-to.
wet wipes now
Yeah.
too. Yeah, the bidet was too much of a hassle to set up in my new place, so I was just like, no, not worth the work.
All right.
And that's-
Andrew's on. Go ahead.
That was a good question.
Yeah.
So we said, what gene do we like the most from mom and dad? What trait would you remove? It can be personality trait. The question is personality trait, but I guess it could be physical trait if you want to go down that direction too. Nah, you can
That
keep
what
it.
we take away. Damn,
Yeah,
this
like
feels
what?
like we're dissing mom and dad.
No, personality trait. Like, okay, I have an answer.
Okay,
That I've
go
been, my
ahead.
scarcity mindset. That's something I still have that I've been working to get rid of.
Yeah,
That's
that's a good one.
Jesse and Rachel know past me, and I was so frugal
Yep.
and honestly kind of cheap to the point where it was quite annoying. Yeah, no. So trying to switch
You've
the mindset.
grown a lot from
Yeah,
that.
that's changed a lot over the past
mindset.
couple of years, and that's been like an active thing I've been trying to. I don't know, like
Well, it comes with making money. So.
it does come with making money, but like even this weekend, after paying for a lot of things. Okay, yeah, no, you're right. It does just come with earning an income now.
Yeah,
Because I'm
it
like,
does.
oh, money will come back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of qualities in that I see in me that come from maybe a younger dad. I don't necessarily dislike them because I can like I don't dislike myself. Maybe do I want to get rid of them?
What's something you're working on?
Yeah, working on.
Rachel, you can jump in while Jesse thinks.
Yeah, I think when it comes to conflict, mom and dad are very avoidant. I think that's something that I've also picked up on.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to work on that. LOL.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, I think
Speak up for
I
yourself.
see dad doing this a lot, where, and I do this a lot too, I'm noticing, is we'll speak and like make jokes at other people's expenses before really thinking about how it affects the other person. And that is something that I've caught myself doing or been caught doing a couple times, and I don't like that aspect of myself. I think it's something that I'm now actively working on. I don't know if anyone has ever told dad to like think twice before making jokes, because in our minds it's like, oh, it's a lighthearted joke, it's like not going to affect anyone. But then like we don't take the extra second to be like, oh, let's put ourselves in the other person's shoe and think about how this would make them feel. So yeah, that's something that I would like to get rid of / work on. Yes.
Nice. I got another question.
Okay.
I'm actually curious what you guys think about this. Should I move out of my parents' house even if I don't really have the finances to do so?
Ooh.
Ooh. All right, let's give like
No,
life
the answer
stage.
is no.
Like, oh,
Because if you can't move
Yeah,
out
I mean, that's
financially, like responsible, like don't,
yes.
unless you have like a plan to do so, like living at your friend's, crashing on your friend's couch, or like, it also depends on your relationship with your parents. If it's toxic and it's holding you back, then maybe yes, do whatever you can to get out. But generally speaking, live with your parents as long as you can, or until you can get yourself on your feet. That's my mentality.
Okay, interesting. I like partially agree. Like obviously, like don't ruin yourself financially just to try to live by yourself. But I will say I love mom and dad, great parents, but being independent, especially, I don't know how old this person is, but especially if you're like a couple years out of college, to like really like develop who you are. Because every time I like stay with mom and dad for an extended period of time, I feel like I revert back to my high school self, and I don't love that in particular.
Yeah.
And there is just like a strain that I feel when I'm like at home for too long. I love visiting, but like if I'm there for months at a time, which was COVID, I was just like, okay, I need my own space. So I don't know. Like I will say, I don't know what your relationship is with your parents, but unless it's like really terrible and you need to like leave, stick it out for a little bit longer, you know, like set yourself a little bit better financially, like find a job that can sustain your livelihood. Like you might have to budget a little bit when you do move out, but I think moving out is like something you should work towards.
Yeah. It's really freeing. And honestly, your relationship with your parents
Gets
get better when you
Mhm.
move out.
Facts.
Because I think it's, there was another question in here about, I forget the question, but the main answer or the thing I was trying to get at was everyone in your life needs to be taken in doses. Certain people you can dose a lot of, certain people you can only have in small doses. And your parents, you grew up with them, seeing them every single day. You need to learn to like start weaning off of like being exposed to your parents every single day once you're in your adulthood. And then that really helps with your relationship with them. At least that's what I found for myself.
Rachel.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. I have a few really interesting questions. Does social class or status make a difference when getting into a relationship? I want to say no. It doesn't matter, but there are some practical things where it does kind of matter. I think growing up and being in a certain social class and dating someone who's in a completely different social class could be difficult. Like I could imagine where difficulties would come, because a lot of your values could probably change based on like what social class that you come from. I think we're in a social class where we're kind of middle of the road, where we can maybe date above and below. But like if you come from a really low income social class and you're dating like someone from like a very high income, high earning family, there could be like relationship dynamic issues, power dynamic issues, like financial dynamic issues. I want to say no, but I feel like if I think about it more, there are some practical issues that arise.
You're right. I've just never done it.
Yeah.
Like everyone that
Yeah.
the few people that I've dated / situationships, I think we were all like
within the same.
bands.
I mean, you're really just exposed to people that are around your social
That's
class.
true.
It's hard
That's
to
also true.
get exposure or like meet people that are like really high above or below. Rachel, does social class matter?
I agree.
Nice.
Another thought I have is standard of living. If you and your partner's standards of living are wildly different, that could be really difficult to make
Transfers,
compromise.
yeah.
Or yeah, you can learn to like make compromises, but I do remember in my previous relationships, we weren't in like super different social classes, but I do remember she had a slightly higher standard of living, and I was frustrated at times because of where she wanted to spend money versus where I wanted to spend money. That was a point of contention in the relationship. But yeah, I mean, those were small things. Compromises could have definitely been made. Those arguments were not worthwhile. But yeah, if you're from completely different stratospheres of financial background, it could be a problem. Are we yapping? Do you feel like we're yapping? Philip accuses us of
Isn't that
yapping
what
all the time.
the point of the podcast is?
Damn, you right. But I don't want to be yapping. though.
Born to yap, forced to work.
Yep.
Let us know in the comments if you think we're yapping. Okay, and then this question I also liked. Is it okay to cut off people in your life if they are not intentional about their relationship with you?
I got the same question.
You got the same question?
It's
They probably the same
yeah.
person.
Yep.
It's the same person?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't see.
Oh, your answer is yes? It's
Oh,
okay?
wait. My philosophy on friendship is all about expectation setting.
Yes,
So if
sir.
the person stops putting effort or just never put in effort in the first place, I don't put them as like my close like inner circle. They're
Yeah.
acquaintances, and there's no, I don't know. I'm not gonna go out of my way to like purposely ignore
Yeah.
them or cut them out.
Yeah.
But like if they don't like initiate any hangouts, and
Slow
Hmm.
ghost them.
wait, now I'm trying to think.
Just
Can
put-
you read the question again? Hold up.
Is it okay to cut off people in your life if they are not intentional about their relationship with you?
Okay, because I will say like some people, I think I'm trying to get better. This is another New Year's 2024 resolution to like initiate more, because I recognize that I'm not great at initiating,
Dang.
and
People
I'm
in
trying to
your
be better.
life.
I'm trying to be better at that. I will admit.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I love and care about all of them, and I've been trying to like text more and like set plans to hang out, rather than like, oh, we're gonna go to this event, and we're like, oh, I'm gonna bump into them when I like go to said location. Like this is where I always see them, so I'm gonna see them here. So I don't know, show a little grace and mercy for the people who aren't. But if they're, I don't know, consistently shutting you down, and like you've texted them like 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12 times to hang out, and they've always said like, no, I'm busy. Yeah, you can probably like push that relationship farther in the back burner. I don't know. There's no reason. In my mind, I'm like, there's never, unless the person like has wronged you, there's no reason to like go out of your way to say like, hey, I'm cutting you out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with that.
No, I agree. Unless they severely wronged you, I don't think it's ever worth. Maybe this is a conflict avoidant part of me, but I don't.
Maybe it's. Yeah.
I don't think there's ever a point to just have like a conversation, be like, "Hey, I'm cutting," and be like, "Hey, I'm cutting you out of my life." Like that just seems kind of unnecessary. You can just like slowly stop talking to them, and then they will inevitably not be a part of your life. And it's fine. There's a mutual understanding that you're both not going to put in effort into this relationship anymore, and I think that's okay.
Rachel. 2 mics.
I agree.
Nice.
Wait, I have more to say also.
Okay.
I agree with like the slowly distancing yourself.
Mhm.
I think it's kind of dramatic to cut someone
Yeah.
off. I don't think
Yeah.
that's
Don't be
ever.
dramatic like
I feel like that's a little polarizing also.
Yeah.
But I do know of a situation with my friends where that has happened,
that.
but it wasn't like a malicious intent. It wasn't like a,
Mm.
oh, you have terribly wronged me and I'm cutting you out of my life. Or it's like a, I don't like you as a friend, so I'm cutting you out of my life. That to me is just like, whoa,
Yeah.
you can talk through this. Like, I feel like nothing's ever that deep unless it is that
Mhm.
deep.
Mm.
Because I think a lot of the time, like, what makes you want to go through a friendship breakup might be like all the things going on in your mind and not something that the other person is necessarily aware of.
Yeah.
But one situation that I did hear of where I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense to me is I had a friend who had a friend, and they went through sort of a friendship breakup, but it was more of like a, oh, well, one person's graduating and like some people just aren't meant to like be in your life forever. And that was just like, they're both very blunt people. And she said this to my friend, and that was like a very subtle way of just saying like, oh, we're just not gonna be friends after I graduate. And I don't think they've like really talked since then, but it was like she was telling me, she was like, yeah, it makes sense, because like to me that means that she cared more about me instead of me having to stress out about her like distancing herself from me. It's just like,
Oh,
Well,
wow.
I can see that. I can see how
Wow.
that would actually be a viable solution. to
Yeah.
something.
because it's like they were very much so friends out of convenience, as in because they lived very close to each other, it was easy for them to do a lot of activities together. But like once one person has to, you know, like go live far away,
Yeah.
it's like you don't have to put in the mental strain to like
Strain.
upkeep a relationship that just like doesn't make sense in that
That's
context anymore.
healthy.
This is a
Healthy breakup.
that's a good mentality, and that
Yeah.
actually happened to me recently, not from a friend, but from someone I was talking to, and she was just like, "Hey, you know what? It doesn't seem like this is really working out. Let's just end it." I was like, "Oh, okay," because there was always this pressure of like, "Oh, I need to respond to this person at some point. Like, I need to put in some effort," and it is mentally taxing to do that for a friend or like maybe a potentially romantic partner. And if you come to a point where it's just more of a burden than like something that you enjoy, I think it's definitely worth maybe just in a very nice way. I don't know how they did it, but cut them off in a really nice way.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
My only issue with that is like you kind of like close the door to like rebuilding that relationship or like healing that relationship in the future. Depending on how you do it, if you're dramatic about it, I think you close that door. But it seems like maybe there's an opportunity in the future for this
End up in the
friendship
same
to.
city.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I've never experienced a friendship breakup, so in my mind, they don't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this question is kind of funny. How to be chill and not having much expectations when it's only the talking stage?
Oh.
Because I have a friend who who often gets into like the talking stage with a person,
Interesting.
and like they immediately start piling expectations onto that person, and they get really anxious and like down in the dumps when they're not meeting those expectations. So how do you be chill?
Well, I will say, not a flaw of your friend to know what he wants, or she, I don't know. But do not be asking how, or maybe at the, like, don't be asking if, actually no, my question was like, don't be asking like how many kids you want or when do you want to get married on the first date. But I was like, honestly, if the conversation goes there, it's not that weird, fine.
I think this is more like a talking stage thing where it's like,
Like
oh,
DTR?
like why is this person not like responding fast enough, or like,
Oh. Okay, you have to remember
Those
that
kind of
you're a
expectations.
stranger entering into their lives. And so like, yeah, like it will take time before like you slowly begin to integrate into their lives.
yeah.
Just take patience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my tip is don't integrate them into your life that quickly. Still be
yeah.
you, still enjoy your hobbies, do the things that you love, and that will distract you from any expectations that you're setting for them. So like if you like to do things, like for me, I love golfing and I love hang out with my friends. I never let the talking stage with anyone else distract me from doing those things. And that really severely limits expectations I have for people that date. Rachel, any tips for the young fan?
My mentality now is just that everything is just shits and giggles.
That's spoken from a true
Everything.
21-year-old.
Yeah.
We're all humans.
As they should.
We're all humans. We're all growing. We're all learning. Life is a journey. You're never going to do anything perfectly. don't expect everyone else to be doing things perfectly. If you think other people are doing things perfectly, you're wrong. They're doing something
Facts.
wrong.
I take that back. This is good advice for
Facts.
anybody, not just 21-year-olds. Sorry,
Facts.
Rachel.
But yeah, so like same thing with a relationship. No one has a perfect relationship. Don't expect yourself to have a perfect relationship.
No such
Like
thing.
just enter, like if you're going to be entering a relationship or if you're talking to someone, just like be open to changing and learning more things about yourself and the other person. That's all.
Great. I hope we're helping people out there. I hope
This
this
is-
is helpful information.
This is like collectively, all of us have had very few relationships.
This is also
We've
true.
had collectively
But
less
quality.
than on one hand.
All of our relationships have been quality learning experiences.
Dude, that's crazy. Between the three of us, we've had less relationships than one hand.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
That's nuts.
I love how people like to ask us very experienced people these kind of
I
questions.
know. It's like we don't know what we're doing.
Okay.
We just trying to figure this out.
I'm going to answer this question real quick because it's kind of addressed to me.
Mm.
Dating someone prepping for med school, how can I be a better support to this person?
Oh,
The fact that you're already asking this question means you're really on the right path. Med school is difficult. It's very time consuming. Honestly, you should do some prepping in terms of taking care of yourself, expectation setting in terms of communication. I think when you're in med school, you're meeting a lot of new people your first couple of years, and then you're also at the same time trying to cram a large volume of information into your brain, so that also takes a lot of time. Being supportive kind of just looks like being there for them, because a lot of med students like to vent and complain about their lives, so kind of just being there and listening to them. If you guys are long distance, I don't know what stage in terms of med school application or med school cycle that your partner's in. Long distance relationships are tough. What I would have appreciated during med school is I like spending time doing mundane things with my partner. Like if you're in a long distance relationship, this kind of just looks like being on the phone with them while they're studying, and like you guys don't have to talk or do anything. Like you guys can both do your own thing, but it kind of feels like they're there with you if you're just on the phone with them. And that's something that I appreciated when that did happen. Yeah, but I do think just like set your own expectations and take care of yourself during this whole process, because it's a long, arduous process, and you just have to be forgiving and graceful when it's necessary, and just kind of go with the flow. Because in terms of med schools, you don't know where you're going to end up for med school, and then in terms of residencies, you also don't really have much control, and just being there and supportive through that entire stressful, long, arduous process is very, very helpful. I don't know how specific that was, but I did give some specifics in there.
we have nothing to add,
Yeah, I don't imagine you guys have anything to add.
Not really. Not really.
unfortunately.
We have a lot of fans from Australia, which is
Crazy.
Oh,
interesting.
nice.
Yeah. Shout out to our fans in Australia. We love and appreciate you. Also, want to quickly shout out real quick our fan Ethan, who listens to every single pod. If you're listening right now,
Shout out,
we love and appreciate you.
Ethan.
I can't believe you
love
listen
you.
to every single episode.
That's crazy.
Love you, Ethan.
I hope you're enjoying your run right now, because apparently you listen to this when you exercise.
I wonder if he's gonna text you guys when he
I hope he
hears this.
does. That would be a
Uh,
true test of whether he actually listens to all of our
That's
episodes
true.
or not.
Text us, Ethan. Oh, I don't
Okay,
know if
do you
guys
have any?
I have a couple.
There's still a bunch more I have to work through.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, but you go
Mine
ahead.
are, well, this one's not silly goofy. I don't know. I don't have any. I'm trying to think. It's how do you break bad habits? I'm trying to think of like something that comes to mind. Do you guys have anything? I want to answer it because I feel like this is like a good.
Well, first is
question.
becoming aware of it.
Yes, the first step is acceptance.
There's definitely another self-help book out there that will help take care
Yeah,
of the
you're
rest.
right,
'cause
you're
I
right.
don't,
We're not
I
good at
don't
this.
know. There, you Google it or something.
Enjoy your vices in moderation. Oh, word? Huh? No, just kidding.
Oh wait,
Huh?
what?
Huh? What? Shema?
Yeah, just Google it. I'm sure something out there will help you.
More than us.
I don't think think we're
But
good at
yeah, just
breaking
become
bad
aware of it.
habits.
That's true.
Do you
Being
have any-
cognizant that it is a
No?
problem
Okay.
is the first step. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, and then
We don't know what to do after that.
Yeah.
Make smart goals. S is I forget.
Be
M
intentional.
is I forget.
Specific, measurable,
Oh, there
actionable.
we go. Yeah.
Something.
R
time.
T is time.
R is something.
Reasonable.
yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's
Good
actually
stuff.
it. All right.
Oh, since we are a podcast, I'm interested. What are your guys' favorite podcasts? Do you guys listen
Oh.
to podcasts?
I listen to a
Oh yeah.
lot.
What are your favorite podcasts right now? I have one that I've been binging.
I have always been a big fan of 99% Invisible.
Mm.
Oh, what is
Where
that?
they it's like a design centric podcast. They talk about different things. Lots of history things, lots of like little things in the world that just make you go, oh, that's so silly. Like there's,
Stop provoking.
yeah.
Mm.
I think there is a couple episodes that come to my mind specifically is during COVID, they did an episode called The Smell of Concrete After Rain.
Mm.
But it went into
Right
a
up
couple of
your
different
alley.
things. It was a tribute to a couple people who had died because of COVID who were like big in
Wait.
concrete in some kind of ways.
Oh my god.
It was a tribute to people in concrete who died from COVID.
This is so sad.
That's very
It's
specific.
really
Yeah.
sad.
Well, I forget exactly, but they talked about like brutalist architecture and like the history of that, and also like the actual
Oh.
chemistry behind like
Oh.
the smell of concrete after rain.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's just beautiful, and Roman Mars has a beautiful voice, and it's
Oh,
so
I
calming
might
to
start
listen to.
listening
Wow.
Yeah, and there's another one about the New York Public Library and how they banned the book Goodnight Moon because of one librarian, because she hated that book, and so she banned it from all the New York public libraries.
So it's like a podcast of random facts, almost.
Sort of.
Okay, because those two
Um,
things are completely
it's like-
unrelated.
It's generally more design focused, and then the one that got me into it was, I think it's called 99% or like something with women in it, but it was about how like a lot of design is very sexist, and that
Mhm.
like, and it stems from a data problem. So like when you
Data
gather
problem?
when
Okay.
you're gathering data or you're running experiments and tests like that, it's designed for men. So like the biggest example is I'm congested, with like car crash dummies. They're modeled after like the average man, and there's no dummies that are like made that model women, because obviously women have different features than men, which is why like
Oh.
seatbelts, for example, are like
Oh.
not the
That's
most
comfortable,
well
yeah.
designed for women, whereas they are for
Wow.
men.
Oh.
And also with how
Wow.
snow is plowed, usually they plow the highways first and not like the tributaries, so like neighborhoods, even though that is what
Oh,
affects
you call them
women.
tributaries, like river tributaries?
I don't know, maybe I made that
Whoa.
up. Anyways,
Okay.
Interesting. Wow.
but-
The streets are
wow.
kind of like rivers. Sorry.
yeah. But because men need to use highways to get to work, whereas women and children use like the smaller roads to get to school and like
Oh,
to
you
do
don't
the
think
daily
about these
tasks.
things, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
and so a lot of just design things are just very sexist.
They should
Nice.
start a class on that, sexism in
They probably already
urban
do.
design.
Urban planning.
Well, I guess it's not limited to urban planning. That's a fascinating podcast. I, on the other hand, do not like to listen to informational podcasts. I like to listen to podcasts that just enhance the vibe of my day. My current listen is the Bad Friends podcast by Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino, and also sometimes Bobby Lee's niece, Rudy, and sometimes this other comedian named Jesse. But their podcast, great vibes.
Nice.
Their chemistry, so good. And they're both like professional stand-up comedians, so every episode is super funny. But yeah, it's not informational at all. In fact, it maybe even rots my brain a little bit. But
Makes you lose brain cells.
but
Mm.
it's such a fun listen, like when I'm doing mundane tasks throughout the day. And most of the podcasts I listen to are just vibe enhancers. I don't learn anything from the podcasts I listen to.
Wow.
Yay.
I split 50-50. I start my day off with T-Boy, the best one yet. It used to be called Market Snacks. It used to be called something else before that, but it's like a 10-minute episode on like
Oh, yeah, I
market
listened to that
news.
for a little bit.
That's the one I probably listen to the most consistently. I used to listen to TechCrunch Equity, but that's kind of fallen to the
Sounds
back burner.
Boring too.
But my lifestyle ones that I will always listen to are the OG YouTubers,
Oh,
Genius
true.
Brain and Dudes Behind the Foods.
Oh, great vibe
Great
podcast.
vibes.
that's
Just
yeah.
the vibes. Those are the ones I probably, and a YouTuber that I think only I listen to / watch. Don't Be Soured by Max Tuning.
Mm.
Also good vibes.
Oh,
I've been
that's a
following him
great
for a while.
podcast name for his brand.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No, good vibes.
This is super random, but today or yesterday on the lift, mom was like, "Oh, what tway?" Or I think I was saying it. I was like, "What a tway suan le." So like in Chinese, if you
Sour.
say like you're sore, you say
Suan.
ni suan le.
Mm.
And suan in Chinese also means sour, which I think is really interesting because that terminology definitely came to be before modern science. When you're sore, it's because of buildup of lactic acid.
Oh, which is
Tasting
crazy.
something sour, your
Acidic.
taste receptors taste or detect sourness by acid. So the fact that
Wow.
Chinese people were able to correlate the feeling of soreness with the taste of sour is actually so incredible
Wait,
to me.
that's crazy.
Isn't that insane? Yeah.
God is real.
Wait, what?
You rewrite. Praise Jesus 2024.
Yeah. There was another question on here. It was like, dang, what was it? It was a religion one. Unpopular opinions about Christianity.
You got any?
I don't have anything at the moment, but I
Oh,
mean,
really?
it
Hey,
needs to
maybe
be a
it's-
more specific question.
I don't think this is a hot take, but this is something that your roommate said that really stuck with me.
What?
Moses in the burning bush. Man was probably tripping on something.
Oh,
Is that a hot take? What was the question again?
no, a lot of people thought that.
Oh, okay. Well. I was
Yeah.
like, huh.
Probably a lot of religions probably started off from someone eating something funky. Dude, think about it. Like we.
Yeah, makes
Okay,
sense.
wait, hold on.
What are you about to say?
Just think about the experience of tripping. Like that comes from naturally derived
I've
products.
never tripped over anything in my entire life.
Yeah, you're right. Let's do
Huh?
one
What?
more question. Let's do a spicy question.
Spicy.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. You said this is the last one?
Yeah, do you have one?
No. Yeah.
All right, we'll do this. Maybe we can.
And
Oh, some people ask what type of doctor I want to be. I'm trying to be an ophthalmologist right now. Someone also asked what type of research. I'm just gonna knock these out because these are
Dang.
quick. What my research is on? I do research in genetics. More specifically, I study the genetics of multiple sclerosis. Okay, this question.
Dang, now I'm trying to see if I have any specific ones. I do, but they're not quick. I'll try to answer them later.
Okay, well, we'll answer this question. Which one of the siblings will get married first and why? Okay, we're going to close our eyes and point to the person on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
I know y'all pointed at me and I pointed at myself.
Did you point
but
at yourself?
I did.
Hell
But that's
yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's not even that I'm going to get married soon. It's that you guys are going to get married anytime soon.
We all don't
Yeah.
make money.
Yeah. I don't know. I could see
don't know
myself
if it's a
getting
money
married
thing.
within,
Mine
like,
is
the
more
next
of a
7
location
years.
thing, but
But like, I don't see you getting married because you're not working until.
it's not a money thing.
it's not like
I
that.
honestly
It's a person
truly
thing?
believe mom when she says money does not matter in terms of starting a family. Yes, it would be nice to have money. Like
Okay, fair.
okay, it's not that I have no money. I have enough money to start a family.
That's true. Dad started this
But-
family with $800 a month.
Yeah, but like for me, it's like when am I gonna meet the person that I would marry? That's not gonna be anytime
Yeah.
soon. I don't think. But then again, I think that because I set my expectations very low, so that if something somehow exceeds that expectation, I'll be very happy.
Yeah. The crazy thing is my answer is, again, technically me, but it's not going to be anytime soon. But I think Rachel would be next after that, and then Jesse.
What?
I could see
Dang.
Rachel getting married before Jesse gets married.
What?
Really?
I don't
I
see
could see
Rachel,
Rachel
ever
getting
getting
married within the next 7 years, and for some reason, I can't see you getting married. Well, actually, okay, 7 years might be
Dang.
too far out. I can't see you getting married within like the next 6 years, because you
Me?
have 3 years left of med school, and then what, 3 to 4 years of residency.
The only way I see myself getting married within the next 5 3, 4, 5 years is if I date someone also within medicine.
Yeah,
'Cause there are a lot of things
that's true.
that you'll only understand if you're also in medicine. But I
Yeah.
also don't really want to date anyone in medicine. So
That's true. Then again, I could be proven wrong. Jesse might get blah blah blah. Might get married next year. 2024 might be a
Whoa.
crazy year. How long? Oh, this is just a tangent. Sorry, I'm gonna ask another question. How long do you think you should date somebody before you get married? Do we ever talk about this?
how long should you date someone before you get married? I
Mhm.
think a healthy amount of time.
Sorry,
we got
ADHD.
some funny AF questions.
I'm just gonna answer 1 to 2 years. Just ask your question.
I'm gonna say 3 to 4 years.
3 to 4.
I think. Wait,
Wait, I
is
said
that too
minimum
long?
amount of
Oh,
time.
minimum. Oh,
I mean,
I
again,
thought that's
yeah.
a good amount of time. Minimum.
I mean, I
probably
think 3 to 4 is also
I think
a good
2
amount.
years. 2
Okay,
years.
Okay.
I agree.
I think 1
Okay.
year you could still be in the
You're
honeymoon
right.
phase, and you haven't actually
Yeah.
sorted out practicality.
1 to 2 years leaning
Yeah.
towards 2. This is minimum again.
Yeah,
I think
minimum
dating for
maybe
3 to
1
4
and a
is-
half
yeah.
actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I don't know if I said minimum. Anyways, that's what I meant to say.
Dude, questions from our friends are the funniest. Okay, Derek asked, rank your siblings. Sibling ranking.
Easy. John, number 1.
I put John up there too. He's pure. He's so funny.
Dude, John's hilarious.
Wait, this is bad. We should not rank ourselves.
Oh yeah, you're right.
No. Hey, I'm gonna say Philip number 1. Hot take.
Dude, I'm really liking
Hey,
how
why
Philip's
is that
growing
a
up.
hot take, huh?
Oh.
Huh?
I'm really liking how Philip's growing up. I'm not gonna lie. He's maturing a lot faster than I thought he would. Proud of him.
He is honestly been really refreshing, like seeing him grow up,
Mm-hmm.
because he's starting to be interested in
Yeah.
like more
He
adult
wants
things.
to do engineering.
John's still John baby, but
John's
Philip,
still a kid, which I love.
yeah, good vibes.
Good vibes. Goofy, silly
Jesse
guy.
earlier today said, "John, I hope you never go through puberty."
Yeah, dude, he's gonna be not funny anymore. All right, and then John asked, top 5 Asians from Cleveland. We'll say from Ohio.
Dang.
Oh, that's so
Hey,
funny.
I think I'm ranking pretty high up there.
We're talking
That's-
all time, dude. Can I think of any
Asians from
Ohio?
exactly, dude. John,
Like,
you're up
besides
there
the people
too.
that we know, obviously. I'm talking about like
Just notable Asians from
notable, like,
Cleveland,
yeah, who have.
dude. I think I'm up there. Come on, think of another one.
All my friends who grew up Asian in
Recency
Ohio.
bias.
Recency.
No, it's just I can't even name 5 Asians from Cleveland. That's the problem.
I can name 2, and that's it.
Hey, I'm top 5 because there's only 2 of us.
Can you talk?
Yes.
Please talk about uni life
Yo,
in
I thought we were
Georgetown.
only doing one more question.
Rachel,
What the?
Rachel,
kidding.
answer the question. I'm just kidding.
What's the question?
it was really good. I found the people that I really vibed with. It took a while, but everyone goes in consulting and investment banking, which is kind of weird.
But if that's your vibe,
But that's your vibe. That's great.
go there. Yeah.
No, I thoroughly enjoyed my Georgetown experience.
All right, we're gonna spare Rachel,
Sorry, Rachel.
and cut off
That's
the pod.
okay.
We'll be recording more, so Rachel, you're not done yet. But hopefully you're better by tomorrow. It'd be great if you
Yeah.
could ski with us.
Take my spot.
With that being said, I hope our answers to your questions were helpful. I hope we set you guys on paths of success and fruition. And
Yo, that gives me blind leading the blind.
Well, we know it out here.
it's
What
giving
the
blind leading the
hell?
blind. But you know, between the three
Don't
of us,
listen to us.
Hey.
We
Between the
don't
three
have
of
good
us,
advice to give.
We've gone
Look
this
at where
far in our
we're
life.
going.
Hey,
I'm dying.
okay, don't get sick.
Anyway,
Peace.
Thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode of the Rooftop Pod. I'm your host, Jesse, and signing out with me is my sister
Rachel.
and my brother.
Andrew.
And we will catch you all on the next episode of the Rooftop Pod.
Peace.